Hey everyone, PC Casual Gamer Dad here, and I'm back. And I just want to say that I haven't played. I haven't streamed that much lately, mainly because of internet issues I'm having, and I'm making a move here pretty soon in about a month. So once I'm back and settled, and probably sometime in July, I'm buying a new PC. So once that's done, that's when I'll probably be streaming more. You're probably not going to see me stream that much to begin with for now. But anyways, I did want to make this video. This is kind of an update to the last one that I made where I talked about my throw barb. It was relatively budget for the most part. This one is not quite as budget, but in my opinion, it's still relatively budget. It's something that even a casual player like myself can achieve. No grief, right? There are some items that do cost a little bit, but I'm talking, I think the most expensive item is an ist. I didn't pay more than that for anything. And there's just a few items like that. So I'd say for Vex total, which is like 3 ists worth, you could build this up, and it's got decent gold find, it's got some magic find, and a lot of this stuff I just found myself. So let's get into it. This is the Zerker Barbarian, right? Slash find item. And first I'm going to start with the skills. I'll start in combat skills. I put 1 point into leap for utility, 111 into prerequisites. Berserk is your main skill. You want to max this out at 20. You can see that it has 2 synergies. It has Howl and Battle Orders, which Battle Orders, that is absolutely fantastic. That's what makes it great for this, because you always pretty much want to max that on any Barbarian build. For combat masteries, I'm using a sword, so I maxed out blade mastery, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, and 1 point. Some people put more than this here. I don't really feel like I need to. That 49% is pretty good. You can see that my resistances are pretty decent, all things considered. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And then for the other skills you get, well, I'll get to here, but just 1 hard point. That's a synergy though. 1 for shout, max battle orders for that beautiful life and mana and the duration, and 1 into battle command, because who doesn't like plus to skills. I chose, so 1 and 1 here, but I chose to max out find potion. And the reason being is because every hard point in find potion is a 1% chance for find item. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You could instead max this out. So I'm level 88, right? You can max this out. So let's say you get to 90. 90 takes a little bit of grind, but it's pretty achievable for even a casual player. I have a 90 paladin as well. So let's say you get to 90. This is a base of 10 right here. I could take 10 points from here, so take 10% off here and put into here for more damage. But I'm going to show you that with this pretty budget-ish rune word compared to grief, that's not even necessary, at least not for players 1. I'm sure players 3 it's just fine as well. I'm just going to show you players 1 though how it works. But I preferred for the find item, and I also only York corpses when I have these 2 +3 Warcry spears. So you'll see here that I'm at a 67% chance, right? And with the battle command it's just 67, it doesn't go up anymore. So pretty good, I'd say. I think the most you can get it is like mid-70s if you have really, really high. So you can put it more into here for more damage. You could, but I opted to go for the higher find item because that's what I wanted to do. So I did respec my throw barbarian. I still have his gear. I still want to play it. I don't have an ethereal lacerator yet. I think if I found one that I would probably switch back. I got my ethereal warshikes, right? So anyways, let's go over the stats. I put enough into strength to use my weapon, wink wink, right? I need 175 exactly. Enough into dex, same thing. You could put more into dex if you wanted to get max block if you choose to do a shield. You certainly don't have to do a shield, but I opted to because I felt like it gave me a lot of survivability. So, and you'll see when I show you which shield I'm choosing to use. Of course, the rest of the vitality, nothing into energy, right? There's only, I think, 1 build off the top of my head that I can think of that just utilizes energy. That's the energy shield with the sorceress, right? You can see my attack rating's pretty decent. It's not as high as I'd like it to be, but against Travincal, I think I have about an 82 or 83% chance to hit them. That's my damage. It's pretty good. I do have a Might or a Merc. I'll start with him. Let's show his gear. This isn't even ethereal, right? It's just an Insight Cryptic Axe, so his damage is not bad. I haven't found one just yet to make an ethereal one for him. I'm sure it'll make a pretty big difference when I do. Talrasha's Mask, I think I found like 5 or 6 of these. People literally drop these for you. They're very cheap, gives life leech, life and resistance, right? So it helps him max out. Although as you can see, he doesn't even need it to get to max resistances. Duriel's Shell, great solid budget thing. Again, I found a few of these myself. Pretty inexpensive, even if you wanted to pick it up. It gives resist, strength, life. If it's ethereal, obviously be better. And it has cannot be frozen. That's kind of a big deal, you know. You could put treachery here. A lot of people do that. Makes them a little durable. You'll see that, you know, he may or may not survive the Travincal. I'd say probably about 3/4 of the time he survives. It's really just about being a little bit more careful and me taking the brunt of those Hydra damage. So let's take a look at my gear. So what's my weapon? Oath. You might have guessed it. I was fortunate to find an ethereal Balrog blade, and truthfully, I did want to sell it initially. I tried to, didn't really find any buyers for anything that I felt was really worthwhile. So I figured I'd give it a try. It was superior. It had 10% ED, and I remembered seeing Oath, and it's indestructible. So it was 0-socketed. I used Larzuk and socketed it. And so this is, you know, this has Mal and Pull, right? So it's not super cheap, but it's not a low rune, right? Which you need for Grief, which is very expensive, right? One of the downsides to Oath is that the enhanced damage, you'll see I got a pretty decent roll. It goes up to 340, and I believe it starts at 210, so you can get a pretty low roll. So all things considered, I got a great roll. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's got 50 IAS, which is just fantastic. It's got damage to demons, right? Prevent monster heal, which is a very big deal. Although, you know, the Travincal guys can still leech from you, which really annoys the crap out of me. But you can take a look. I mean, I could take the shield off and you could just see my damage would go straight the heck up. But my shield is Rhyme, Shale Eth, very cheap, Bone Shield. It's got all resists, got a little regen, it's got faster block rate, higher block rate, cannot be frozen, and MF. So the main things, the cannot be frozen, the resist, it's just a solid all-around shield for a melee build, so I like it. I made myself a wealth, and the reason why I made myself a wealth, I made it in a pretty low start. I would have made it an Archon, but I didn't really have one. I wanted wealth because instead of Skulders for the MF and also the gold find. So the gold find was pretty helpful. Even the man after kill is not bad, you know. Yes, I do have an Ariad's Face. You can see it's not a very good one. It's one that I found myself off Diablo doing chaos runs with my paladin. It's only 3 life leech. This is the helm I would recommend. It's worth maybe an rune on ladder right now, so relatively inexpensive. Again, you can get some of these things even from Hellforges or, you know, just finding gear. So it's not that expensive. I'd highly recommend it. The plus to skills, the faster, this is one of my only sources of faster hit recovery. The AR, the leech if you can get it better, the stats, all excellent. Amulet, I do have High Lords again. This is worth about an IS, so this is one of my more expensive items I have on here. I was kind of lucky that honestly a friend gave it to me to use because he found it on a character he didn't use it for. So we were kind of just finding stuff and giving it to each other. So this is one of the more expensive things. It's not required, but it definitely helps because it's got IAS and Deadly Strike and the plus to skills and lightning resist. Definitely not a requirement though. For a little bit I was using an amulet with more MF, but then I decided to sacrifice some MF just for more killing power for efficiency, just so I kill them faster. You'll see here I have a Laying of Hands. I mean, people will practically drop this for you. This isn't worth very much, honestly, at all. Let me see here. Laying of Hands, 20 IS, 350% damage to demons, and let me tell you, Travincal, they're all demons, and 50 fire res, they have Hydras, which just pummel you, so this is just fantastic. This is a really good one here. Highly, highly recommend this. I'm using double Dwarf Staff, both for the Fire Absorb, the Life, and they have 100% extra gold for monsters. So again, more gold, right? I get lots of gold from Travincal, right? Gold wrap for both extra gold and MF. I did up it so I could have more potion slots. Here's another one that's, again, people say budget-ish, not. It goes for, it just depends, right? I think early on it was worth bound maybe slightly more, but again, the same friend gave this to me. So I got kind of lucky in that respect. I'll admit, you know, again, this isn't super budget. This isn't as budget as my throw Barb, but still, I mean, you don't have to use these things. I'm telling you, you're gonna see, like, it's not required. I'm just doing it because I can, because I want to, or you certainly don't have to. What are some budget items I have? For gloves, you can just find IAS gloves, right, like this, or Sanders boots, right, are not bad, right? You get the extra attack rating. That's a lot of attack rating when it gets boosted by everything, right? I found like 8 or 9 of these, right? You can use the Saigon set. The Saigon set is a great budget item. You get 10 strength, but when you wear the boots and the belt, you'll get a 50 MF on the boots. You'll get, is it 30 IAS, I think, I think it's 30 IAS if I remember correctly. Is it 25 or 30? I think it's 30 on the gloves, and you'll get 10 life leech. So they're honestly pretty good. So, I mean, I just prefer the extra damage here. You certainly don't have to. This is very, I used this for a while, this 3. That's why I still have it, you know. It's pretty inexpensive. Otherwise, just any 20 IAS, you know, you could use String of Ears. I found several of these pretty inexpensive. You can even use the Immortal King's Avenger Guard. It's got more gold fine. You can stack MF on it if you wanted to, but again, I just wanted more survivability. You know, I feel like for me, it's about balancing the MF and the killing power. And yeah, I could stack another 150 MF on here, and what a lot of people do on, you know, these types of barbarians, but I choose not to. I choose to just kill really fast, get some gold, and go for the Yorkie on the corpses, you know. I think that's it for the most part in terms of other options I feel are viable and budget. Dwarf stars are pretty inexpensive. I found both of these. As far as my charms go, this torch cost me an This was not that expensive, you know. Barb torches are some of the worst, right? And I got a decent one, 14, 15, it's mid-range. Annies are a joke to get. This one, this was my best roll on them. On ladder now, I think I've gotten like 7 or 8 Annies, you know. So if you join Discords and whatnot, they're pretty easy to find. Most of these other things I found myself. This is a Geeds, again, I found. Lots of these, either friends gave them to me when they found them, or I just found them. Look at this, 127 AR. I have mostly AR and max damage things. These are all pretty good. This I found too. It has Cold Find. I wish it was War Cries. It'd be better. Again, people just, I play with people. Either I found them or people picked them up. Someone gave this to me. Look at this beautiful charm. I mean, I don't like large charms that much, but dang, that is really nice, you know? So all of these just AR, AR. This one's 1 strength because just because I didn't want to use more. I'm sure I'll fill it out somewhere else, you know, when I'm not using this build, but that's pretty much it. Don't ask me why I leave 1 space. I don't have another charm, or do I? To use, I don't think so. That's a 2 strength one. Oh, I have these poison ones, but nah, I'm not going to use those. Okay, so let's go take a quick look at what happens when we do. So I'm just going to show you my little run that I do. It's not just Travincal. I just go to Eldritch and Shank, and let's go steamroll them really quick. Okay, so you can see I have 4,000 life. So what I'll do is I'll leap, howl these guys away. I don't have enough mana. The York's corpse. Okay, Yorked it. I usually just kill him and York his corpse. The inside helps because it helps me recover mana. God, these guys are so annoying. And then I just wait here for a sec, let everything die. And then York some corpses. Oh, whoa, lag spike there. You know, bad that is not ETH roll. I think people want that an ETH roll. Oh well. You know, the best rune I found on ladder was a low rune. And I found it here randomly from some guy like over here that just killed him and he dropped it. Okay, anyways, you don't have to stay here that long. Let's go back to town really quick. Heal up. I don't need that there. And then let's go to Trav. I just prefer to have at least some other things to do, otherwise it just gets really boring doing just Trav. So I'll just redo the battle orders, even though I really don't have to because the length is so long. All right, let's see if we can keep our buddy alive. I gotta kill these guys because they can heal. I'll save that. Okay, come on out of here. Come on. Come on. I usually just try and pick on some of these guys as they come out. Mana burn. Kill the one that's mana burn, because that's annoying. There's another one right here. Where is he? Did it kill him? Oh, the merc killed him. Nice. Okay. See how simple that was? Barely took any damage there. Sometimes I take a little more damage than that, but okay, I'll pick that up. You'll see I get, look at that, 31,020. I don't even have like really maxed out gold find. I really don't. And I get pretty good amount of gold each time. Is that all of them? Wow. Fortunately, nothing good to show. Oh wait, there's one more. Okay, a soul rune.
I am overburdened.
Every time I heard that shh sound from the runes, I'm like, come on, high rune. But no, no high rune. So anyways, that's pretty much it. You know, as you can see, it's pretty strong. It's pretty good. I imagine players 3 is not really much harder. It's pretty easy. I got a couple 100,000 gold, and what I like to do is I'll just fill these up, all 4 of them, and then I'll go gamble with this for the vendor discount and this. So I'll do like circlets or gloves or something like that. Anyways, you know, so again, not super duper budget, but pretty inexpensive overall. This is all stuff, again, I just was able to get for the most part on my own. I could have afforded these too, even if someone didn't give them to me, you know. And like I said, you don't have to use them. You can use other things just to help you out. I really feel like Berserk is just really strong. So I feel like with this weapon, I prefer this because the extra damage to demons. You know, like I'm not even using, I mean, I could be using things to help me kill even faster, but I prefer the gold on the survivability from the fire absorb and the wealth. This is good, obviously. Rhyme is really easy to get. So really these two and this, like these 3 things, you know, if couple, so like 2.5, 3-ish maybe, but you could probably get away with it for the most part. Even without a torch, no problem. Annie's easy to get now. And the rest of these, you know, I mean, they make it a little bit easier for me to hit, of course. Oh, 84%, okay, not bad. But I've seen plenty of people run without all that AR and do just fine because it just hits really hard. And you could skip out on this and increase the damage here and it would just be even easier, you know. So anyways, tell me what you think, you know, if you think I'm crazy out of my mind, but overall this was pretty easy to make. I'm going to keep using it when I'm playing solo and not with other people, just to do those few little spots. All right, well, I will be back soon, hopefully. If not, either way, thanks for joining me. All right, bye-bye.